Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcoming you all to an exciting Cricket Happening show here with your host Ram this on a Saturday. Well, dear fans, friends, and subscribers, I have to tell you that yes, probably my voice box is not okay. I have some throat problems, but cricket is very, very dear to me, as cricket is something which gives me intoxication, and I am such a type of person who really gets intoxicated when it comes to cricket. So basically, so that's the reason I'm out here with you, dear friends and subscribers. Despite having a problem with my throat, I'm still speaking to you because I just love doing this, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. And your support has been absolutely tremendous, which makes me come to this cricket show. Unless and until I'm completely sick, that is a different thing altogether. But as long as I can speak, well, so that's the reason I'm out here to talk to you. So let's begin this Cricket Happening show. And again, it's an exciting Cricket Happening show. A lot of cricket coming in. And on this particular cricket show, what your host Ram is going to look along with you here is the first is the second day's play between Australia and New Zealand in the first Test match, the Basin Reserve in Wellington, where Australia right now dictating terms to New Zealand there after rolling out the New Zealand for 183. Australia are sitting pretty at 463 for 6. It's a 280 runs lead that they have amassed right now. The pitcher, which was really giving a lot of movement for the Australian bowlers, is no longer there. The pitcher started becoming easy. Yes, there were some testing times for the Aussie batsmen early in the morning yesterday when Trent Boult and Tim Southee and Bracewell were swinging the ball. But I thought the Australian batsmen weathered it well, and it resulted in Usman Khawaja getting his first century overseas. And what a century that was from Usman Khawaja, studded with beautiful boundaries. And Adam Voges, what to say about Adam Voges? Enjoying a golden run in 2015. It was unconquered on 174. And let me tell you, Adam Voges has almost, I would say, on that particular day when he made 174, I'm told that he's someone who has scored 1,000 runs in pretty quick time in Test matches, and he has been compared to the legend. One is the legend Sir Donald Bradman of Australia, and also the Sachin Tendulkar of India. And these are two names that comes to mind, and Adam Voges is being compared to them. And of making 1,000 runs in a very, very limited span, there are certain great players who have done it in the past. One is Sir Donald Bradman, Neil Harvey of Australia, and also Herbert Sirtliff, as you would know. So these are some great players to whom he has been compared. So such is his dominance. And he's still there, not out on 174. I think he's riding on a big high here as far as his Test career. I mean, he came into Test cricket, he came into the Australian cricket scene a bit late if you look at his age. But let me tell you, he's really setting an example for all the blokes who are old to once again come back and start playing cricket. I mean, he is doing a wonderful job. Hats off to him, as he would be definitely eyeing a double century today on the third day. A lot of time to go in this test. New Zealand are absolutely under the pump. That is one thing. And tomorrow there is a really fitting finale coming to the final one-day international, which is coming up after Chris Morris livened proceedings in this ODI series by really setting it up with a smacking 62 of 38 balls, $1 million guy in IPL 2016. And also he showed everyone why he was the $1 million guy in the Indian Premier League 2016. And what he did is he helped South Africa level the series, and now a fitting finale awaits everybody here in Cape Town. Tomorrow, that's on a Sunday, so it's going to be a holiday crowd, and what a day that is going to be. It's a day which is to be loved by one and all. It's called the Valentine's Day. So on Valentine's Day, England and South Africa will be locking horns at Cape Town in the final ODI, and one really hopes to see this as a wonderful contest in the offing, and one can't wait to miss it, because both the teams are not giving an inch, and we are going to see a very, very tight contest coming up at Cape Town. Also, tomorrow is the decider of the three-match T20 series between India and Sri Lanka. As India and Sri Lanka have come to India to play only 3 T20s, and tomorrow will be another day for all those rookies in the Sri Lankan team and also those inexperienced players, as the selectors will be keeping an eye, as Sri Lanka are yet to actually name their T20 World Cup team, and I'm sure every Sri Lankan player in the mix would like to contribute. After India had a shocking defeat in the first T20, they came up trumps in the second to level the T20 series, and the final ODI at Visakhapatnam is going to test both the teams, and one is really looking forward to it too, because whichever teams wins the final T20 will be taking the series, and it also gives the Sri Lankan selectors to have a good look at it and actually pick up the team for the T20 World Cup. As Sri Lankans are the team who have not yet selected the team for the T20 World Cup, which is going to happen in India. So let me start this in greater detail now. So let's go first to base and reserve in Wellington and see as to how the second day panned out. Well, it was Usman Khawaja who resumed the operations along in the company of Adam Voges. Already the partnership was really blossoming the other day, and it continued to do so as both the batsmen started playing well. As I said, there was a testing time for them. In the morning on the second day, we did see that there was some movement available for the bowlers, especially for Team Saudi and Bracewell. Trent Bolt probably could not get the sideways movement on the ball, but definitely I thought it was not so easy to bat on, and Usman Khawaja and Adam Voges really, I would say, dug themselves in. And Adam Voges, as you know, he's such a player who doesn't really go and hit some sixes. He basically plays along the carpet, and what a knock it was from Adam Voges. And this partnership, which was doing a great job there, and it was Usman Khawaja, as I said, he was timing the boundaries absolutely delectably. He was pulling beautifully, he was driving magnificently through the covers, and at the other end, Adam Voges was creaming the ball through the carpet. He was playing the ball all along the carpet, not giving any chances to the Kiwi bowlers, as he really frustrated the Kiwis there, as this partnership went on to really add a very valuable 168 runs for the fourth wicket. And then finally Trent Bolt came in and snapped up the wicket of Usman Khawaja. When Usman Khawaja got a ball which was pitched on the middle stump, held its line, and up went the umpire's finger as it hit Usman Khawaja's pad. Trent Bolt had picked up the wicket of Usman Khawaja, and finally the 168 run partnership between Usman Khawaja and Adam Voges came to an end, as Usman Khawaja was dismissed by Trent Bolt for 140, his first century overseas, and he was out for 140 with 25 fours, and he also showed why he's the form man in the Australian team today. Well, after that, Adam Voges and Mitchell Marsh came in, and Mitchell Marsh did not trouble the scorers, as a brilliant catch was taken by Trent Bolt. Trent Bolt, of his own bowling and of his own follow-through, picking up a real beauty, diving full length and snapping the ball off the ground, and Mitchell Marsh, without even troubling the scorers, was walking back to the pavilion for a blob. So that made it 299 for 5, so it was a double strike done by Bolt, which really sort of revived the conditions for New Zealand there, as the score read at 299 for 5, as we saw the Australian wicketkeeper Peter Neville come in and join a well-entrenched Adam Voges at the wicket. Peter Neville, he continued to play around Adam Voges. He also was someone who was willing to actually wait at the crease. And I thought he really played in a very, very compact manner, as Adam Voges was the one who was doing all the scoring. He was, his confidence was absolutely sky high, as we saw some very good strokes played by Adam Voges as he continued to really get into some real top gear here as it is stroke making. And then Peter Neville, as I said, was giving him company, and then there was one more partnership, and this partnership had added 96 beautiful runs, and then Anderson nipped up the wicket of Peter Neville by getting him caught down for 32 with 3 boundaries. And even after that, Peter Siddle came in, and Peter Siddle, as you know, is a very useful batsman lower down the order. Peter Siddle also resisted beautifully with Adam Voges going from strength to strength, and Peter Siddle was there with Adam Voges right till the end on the second day, when stumps were drawn at the Basin Reserve in Wellington, with Australia sitting pretty and dictating terms to New Zealand at 463 for 6. Adam Voges was not out on 176, a Bradman-esque innings, one could say, not out 176 with 26 boundaries. Peter Siddle was not out on 29 with 4 fours and 1 6. And for New Zealand, it is going to be a Herculean task. But one good thing in New Zealand's favour, I would say, is that the pitch is becoming much easier to bat on, and that could be something that Brendan McCullum and his team could probably expect. But this innings is still going. I'm sure Smith realizes the pitch is getting easy. I'm sure he will want his wards to complete, go the whole hog there, as 280 runs in lead now with 4 wickets in hand. As I said, Adam Voges is going absolutely strong. He's not out on 174 runs right now. Tim Southee, 28 overs, 5 maidens, 76 runs and 2 wickets. Trent Boult, 27 overs, 6 maidens, 80 runs and 2 wickets. Bracewell, 25 overs, 4 maidens, 97 runs and no wicket. Anderson bowling 14 overs, 68 runs, 1 wicket. Craig 32, 2, 128, 1. Williamson 4 overs, no maiden, none for 8. So that is the match situation as far as the Australia and New Zealand were concerned. Now, the next match that I'm going to look at, as I said, tomorrow at Cape Town, we are going to see a fitting finale to a very well fought ODI series, which comes to its conclusion tomorrow between South Africa and England. And let's see, as I said, tomorrow, it has now come down to brass tacks, one could say, because whichever team actually wins the match tomorrow at Cape Town, whichever team plays according to the form and really wins the match is going to be the winner. And what a ODI, 5th ODI it has been set up thanks to Chris Morris, who smacked 62 of 38 balls to become a sort of a hero for South Africa now. Now, let's look at South Africa. Well, for South Africa, what is the thing that could be getting better for them, or probably they could do it better? Hashim Amla, yes, he is the one he's the one who actually was out pretty early in the piece to Stuart Broad, but whether Hashim Amla can really stay there and really build the innings along with Quinton de Kock, that would be something of a great thing to happen for South Africa. Du Plessis, well, he has definitely hit the form that is needed, and he's just 56 runs away from making 3,000 runs in T20 cricket. And A.B. de Villiers, we all know that A.B. de Villiers does not take time as far as runs are concerned. It's just a matter of time before A.B. de Villiers hits the straps. Duminy, well, it has been a big question mark on J.P. Duminy. Now, my question would be that whether J.P. Duminy should stay in the team. Yes, he has been in the team because of his batting, no doubt about it. He's a good fielder too, and he's a useful spinner too. but but he's predominantly there for his batting, and his batting is not really up to the mark right now. It has been probably in the last June that he probably scored either a 50, I reckon, but now it's time for Demi to really. But looking at this, and especially considering the final ODI, whether South Africa would be prompted to keep him, or whether they would probably give the big tonker David Miller an opportunity here. I wouldn't be surprised. Farhan Bahardeen, well, he's one who has become a useful contributor to South African cricket now, as he would be contributing in all the three departments of the game. David Voges is a tremendous hitter of the ball, but we have not really seen him really live up to that standards, and I'm sure that day is not far off when David Voges is going to realize his full potential for South Africa. Chris Morris has already signaled that he's going to be the all-rounder for South Africa in the future, and then the pace attack comes to Kagiso Rabada. I mean, he's only been a sort of a real breath of fresh air for South Africa. Every time he gets the cherry, he is there doing something or the other. Kyle Abbott is the one who will be supporting him, and then Imran Tahir, who had a good game in the fourth Monday international, would be raring to go. Let's have a look at the England team. For England, well, Jason Roy, yes, he's a man, some immense talent, but one gets the feeling that the South Africans have probably working around a plan around Jason Roy bat, because they know that he's a very good stroke maker. He really times the ball pretty sweetly. So they have decided that they're not going to actually pitch the ball up to Jason Roy, because you pitch the ball up to Jason Roy, you see this talented bloke stroke the ball for a boundary. And so Jason Roy, they are basically trying to cramp him up for room, and that's really working well for South Africa till now, as Jason Roy was an early victim yesterday. So one sees that Jason Roy has got off to a good start in this ODI series, but later on it has been a struggle for Jason Roy. So England would be expecting that Jason Roy gets over his problems, tackles the South African bowlers in the most skillful manner, and comes up with the goods tomorrow in the company of Alex Hales, who's also in some good form. Joe Root, what to say about him? Every time Joe Root walks to the wicket, runs are flowing like water. I mean, you just need Joe Root to just go there, tap his bat to the crease, and the runs are definitely coming in. And then Morgan, the captain, one knows as far as Morgan is concerned that he's a very good hitter of the ball. And then those very powerful all-rounders in the mix for England, Ben Stokes and Josh Butler, both pack a punch when they actually drill the ball down the ground. And then Moeen Ali, another useful batter and an all-rounder. And then Chris Voges, we saw he could bat a bit there. Adil Rashid is also a very useful bat. Chris Voges also bowled well, one thought. Adil Rashid also did a good job. But tomorrow we saw that David Willey was missing in the previous ODI. Whether England, with the final one-day international coming up, would like to bring back David Willey in the mix. I think that would be the right way to go for. Stuart Broad definitely, because David Willey is also an all-rounder, and I think Reece Topley and David Willey have been doing a good job. Probably one is tempted to feel that it would be David Willey and Reece Topley operating. Stuart Broad might have to sit out. I'm told the pitch at the Newlands in Cape Town is looking, I mean, we have not had a lot of big scores at Newland, and told it's pretty cold over there. The forecast is 24 degrees Celsius, and one should be having a good game of cricket there. And as I said, it's a fitting finale which is in the offing here at Newlands in Cape Town on Valentine's Day, the 14th of February. Then the last match that I'm going to look at is India versus Sri Lanka. Now, India versus Sri Lanka, we are looking at the final T20 match which is coming up. It's a very important match for the Sri Lankan blokes there, because the microscope is going to be trained on the Sri Lankan cricket team, because as I said, Sri Lanka are the only team which has not named the T20 World Cup team. And definitely, I'm sure the selectors are having a good look here. Now, for Sri Lanka, we saw that in the fourth one-day international, Niroshan Dikwala and Dilshan combined, but Dilshan was out first ball yesterday, but he's too good a batsman to do the same mistake again, as Mahendra Singh Dhoni whipped off the bails in a flash of the bowling of Ashwin, and Dilshan is a very tough competitor, and he's a very, very astute guy. And we'll see that there will be some changes being made by Dilshan today. Now, Niroshan Dikwala, who has been opening the innings, has been really failing. Now, he's under some bit of pressure. He knows that if he could perform, he would get in. Now, we have also seen that Danushka Gunathilaka, who did a wonderful job in New Zealand and also showed his attacking instincts, has really been struggling. And I was having a feeling that Danushka Gunathilaka will be the one who will be partnering Dilshan in the T20 World Cup. But, I do see that even Danushka Gunathilaka is not even in this squad. In the 11, the probable squad, but Danushka Gunathilaka doesn't even figure. So one does not know whether Danushka Gunathilaka would be getting the chance, the opener. But I'm sure he's a good player. He played well in New Zealand, because anyone who does well overseas definitely merits an inclusion. And Dinesh Chandimal, the captain, leading the side, he would be probably hoping that tomorrow Sri Lanka could cause another upset by beating India, and could be wishful thinking, one could say. And then Chamara Kapilkara's experience is there. Dasun Shanaka, we definitely saw that Dasun Shanaka has always been saying this bloke is a dangerous cricketer, because any person who scored 123 not out of 46 balls with an enormous amount of sixes in the Sri Lankan T20 cricket, who holds the record for the of 146 runs he smoked of just I think it was of if I'm not wrong, smoked 123 or 46 deliveries in a T20 game. Is definitely someone to be reckoned with. We did see some glimpses in the fourth OD in the second T20 when he smacked 3 sixes in a knock of 20 odd runs of just 18 deliveries. Milinda Sriwardena to me is the most promising all-rounder in the Sri Lankan team, and is a player for the future. I mean, I would have absolutely no qualms in saying that Milinda Sriwardena is one who would definitely be there in the T20 World Cup selection. Thisara Pereira, he has a point to prove. Of late, we have seen that Thisara Pereira has not really lived up to the expectation. When he came into international cricket, he was someone of a real smack of the ball, a very hard hit of the ball. But Thisara Pereira has not really come into his own. He definitely took a hat-trick, but he also has to really bat well to really say that Thisara Pereira is a wonderful all-rounder. And then we look at the bowling. Dushmanta Chamira has really been improving. We have seen in this T20, he has been hitting his straps. There has been a lot of improvements being made by him. He knows where to bowl. And one good thing about Dushmanta Chamira that I would like to say, that he is having, even on his follow-through, I feel yesterday he took up a brilliant catch. And that's not easy for a pace bowler, especially considering that they are expending a lot of energy in bowling, and then they dive full length on their follow through and pick up some catches, absolute blinders there. So Dushmanta Chamira is one to watch, no doubt about it, and he has been doing a good job. Yes, Kasun Rajita realized what international cricket is all about. He got a pitch which helped him the other day, and he was a bit new, but we know that Shikhar Dhawan yesterday went after him and really started to shut him out by hitting him for lots of runs. Sachitra Senanaike, and then they have Jeffrey Vandersay, who is the right-arm leg spinner, and I think to have a leg spinner bowl against the Indians is something that I wouldn't really suggest, but I'm told that Vishakhapatnam, where the final T20 match is going to be played, is going to be a bit dry. If that is going to be the case, spinners definitely come into the mix. But I'm still prompted to think that they would rather be. It all depends on the Sri Lankan think tank. but I think Indians are good players of leg spin. But anyways, they still have to experiment because they know for a fact that the T20 World Cup is going to be held in India. So Sri Lankan players, I wish you all good luck. You're all the players almost, most of the players there are under the microscope of the Sri Lankan cricket selectors. When the Sri Lankan cricket selectors sit here to name the T20 World Cup team for the T20 World Cup team. Now let's have a look at India. As far as India are concerned, one good thing to happen that I've been saying is that Shikhar Dhawan is showing a lot. He yesterday suddenly exploded into action by reeling off boundaries and sixes. And as I said, it was his leg side, it was his onside strokes that was something which was pleasing to see, because Shikhar Dhawan was always a very good player, strong on the offside, and now he has also improved that other dimension of his stroke play, and that is through the leg side. And we also saw what damage he created, how he actually set up this Indian total of 196 with a screeching little innings of 51. His first T20 50. Rohit Sharma, everyone knows that Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan now are an awesome combination for India. Ajinkya Rahane, another very, very solid performer for India there. And then they have Suresh Raina, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Now Yuvraj Singh, unfortunately, as Dhoni said, Yuvraj Singh can't be coming up the order because the other players are all playing well. So, but Dhoni has definitely hinted that in the way that they actually experimented by promoting the pinch hitter Hardik Pandya to go and have a go at the Lankans, and he definitely did entertain the crowd with a quick fire 27 of 12 balls. Was good to see. So Hardik Pandya, Yuvraj Singh, and then Ravindra Jadeja, another all-rounder, and the bowling, Ashish Nehra has been doing a good job providing the breakthroughs that India need. Jasprit Bumrah has been also doing a good job, and then Ashwin, Jadeja, we all know that Ashwin and Jadeja is another great spin combination for India, and I think this is going to be another very good match which is coming up tomorrow, and the temperature is good. It's going to be around the low 20 degrees Celsius at Visakhapatnam, and one is really looking forward to this match. But one thing, it's all about Sri Lankans, I think, would be the ones who would be under the microscope, and the Indians would, tomorrow whichever team wins takes the T20 series, and definitely one has to say that, thanks to Sri Lanka, that this T20 series was really I would say livened up after their shock defeat, after they shocked India in the first T20. Now, just before I leave this cricket show on Cricket Happenings on Saturday, I would like to wish both the teams good luck. When I'm talking about both the teams, I'm talking about the Under-19 World Cup final, which is coming up. That is also going to be played on Valentine's Day. India versus West Indies. Yes, West Indies definitely have problems on the other side on the eve of the T20 World Cup with the West Indies Cricket Board. But this Under-19 World Cup is showing that this West Indies who are coming to the final are a sprightly bunch of cricketers, and they have also shown that one probably felt with West Indies cricket going through all sorts of things, whether the West Indies there was a time when this mighty West Indies which was there was probably one was feeling that the interest in cricket was actually dying down, and they were resorting to other sports. But let me tell you, this Under-19 World Cup team from West Indies have really proved that theory absolutely wrong, and they have shown that this West Indies team have some enormous talent in their midst. As today on Valentine's Day, one is going to see the Under-19 World Cup final, which is going to happen, and that is between West Indies, who have really done a great job to enter the finals of the Under-19 World Cup. India are making their 5th entry into the Under-19 World Cup final, and tomorrow It's a clash of the titans, I would say, in the under 19 World Cup final. And I'm going to wish both the teams good luck for this under 19 World Cup final, and may the best team go on and win the match. And I think I can also say that the West Indies batting is looking pretty strong, and the challenge for the Indian bowlers will be to get some quick wickets of the West Indians, as we have seen in this under 19 World Cup that the West Indian batting has been absolutely strong. Well, the Indian bowlers have been doing a good job, batsmen have been doing a good job, but the under 19 World Cup final, which is coming up in Bangladesh, is going to be something that everyone is waiting to know who the winner is. And as I said, may the best team win. Well, dear fans, friends, and subscribers, it was an exciting cricket happening show that I had with you, dear folks. Well, I mean, I don't know, as I said, cricket is something which really, really intoxicates me, and that is what you're seeing. I had some throat problems, but well, when I do this cricket show, I'm absolutely invigorated, and you can see me in full bloom right now. And as I always say, passion in life is something. If you have a passion for something in life, go for it, come what may. And I'm sure this is something which is going to benefit everybody. Mark my words, dear friends and subscribers. If you have a passion for something in life, try to do it for 5 minutes every day and look at the difference, what it does to you as an individual. Well, dear friends and subscribers, on this very note, on a very, very